Just as I thought. Terrific. Not the worst, and that's good enough. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me today. I do truly appreciate it. And I've got some package in the mailbox. FedEx actually put this under the mailbox, but I got it anyway. I was out of town. Somebody hooked me up, picked it up, turned it in so it didn't get stoled out by the road. But it came directly from the United Kingdom and the Folio Society. Ever hear of it? It's been a while since I bought a book from the Folio Society. And this one, I didn't know I think it's a new one. I saw that they had it for sale. And I also got a birthday coupon in the mail. So with the birthday coupon and shipping to Central Florida, this book it cost me. Speak English, you know. This book cost me $104.31 delivered, and it is Mary Poppins. So here it is. Here it is directly from the Folio Society. It's taking a little trip. It's taking a little mush. They put it in a great big box, and if I remember correctly, they used some pretty interesting protection type materials. So perhaps my book is still good. Let's open it up and take a look. I've gotten some books from Folio that's taken enough of a beating that I didn't want it on the shelf, and I had to do some returns and stuff. But I'm hoping for the best here. One of the things about Folio is they put the books in a slipcase, which is nice. But when the slipcase gets dented and damaged in shipping, well, that ain't so nice. So let's open this thing up, crisscross the fingers, hoping for the best. And here's exactly what I was talking about. They wrap it in this cool stuff. It looks like I could wrap my house in this stuff and spray paint it black and green and tan, and nobody would even see my house. It'd be camouflage. Anyway, that's where my mind goes. Kind of weird. But unwrapping it, rip wrap, and hoping that Mary Poppins came out all right. So let's see. Well, right in here came the Folio catalog, and this is the magazine. I thought they used to say, yep, autumn 2024. So a free catalog came in the mail. And then here is the book. It's wrapped in this plastic chamois, wrapped in a plastic thing, taped over. And let's take that off, because what I want to know is, first of all, how busted up are we? And maybe the friendly neighborhood mail lady, her co-workers, and her compatriots in the United Kingdom, and the folks in the shipping that got it overseas, it looks like they did not defeat the Folio Society's packaging. So let's take a look at the book herself, Mary Poppins by P.L. Travers. And I will confess, without any shame in this case, that I haven't read the book. The reason I bought it, the reason I was excited when I saw it, is because the movie is dear to me. As a child, I remember watching this movie, loving the music, loving the way it looked, loving the dances, loving the characters, loving so much about the movie, including loving the warming of the heart of a father. So much about that movie meant a lot to me. And to be able to get a beautiful Folio Society publication of the book from which a movie that I love is based it's a no-brainer to me. Now, the price from Folio is getting high. They're about, for my taste, they're about pricing me out. So it's got to be something important for me to order. They've got books over there in the United Kingdom that I want, but the price has gone up on them. Books that they printed years ago, the price is higher now. It's gone up. And they've about priced me out. So before, when I would place an order with Folio, I'd order 4 or 5 at a time. Now, the must-have. And this one was a must-have. So I showed you the slipcase, the beautiful slipcase. Let me show it to you again. And one of the things that I do dig about Folio Society is that their books come in slipcases, and sometimes they're not the most, I don't know, I don't want to say quality, but they're not extremely thick, durable, heavy slipcases. But I like slipcases. This one does look beautiful, and this one is not shabby. It is substantial enough for what it is and for the price of the books. But I like the design on the slipcase. In this case, they made the case really look good. And then here is our book, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. I'll show you some of the illustrations and such. So it's quarter bound cloth on the spine, paper boards, and the boards themselves are illustrated. Looks like the same front and back. And it is illustrated by Sarah Ogilvie. And I haven't seen, I'll have to look and see. Interior illustrations are in papers. Nice, pretty blue, and it feels cool. Feel it. It doesn't feel, it feels so smooth. Like something else. Almost, I don't know, almost like felt, but not felty. Feels different than paper typically feels, but it is neat. And let's see here. Let's see, what else? Look at our frontispiece. There are the illustrations. Illustrated by Sarah Ogilvie, London, The Folio Society, 2024. So it is brand new, and mine is the first printing. And I started collecting books, trying to collect first edition, first print hardcovers. And with a book like The Folio Society, it's nowhere near the true first anything for the book. But still, I'd rather have a Folio Society that says first printing as opposed to second, third, fourth, 18th printing. Just because that's the way I started collecting. I can't explain it to you really. Can't justify myself. Just the way it is, what I do. And I don't mind at all if you do what you do. That's just the way I do it. To My Mother, 1875 to 1928. So this is a book I need to read. I told you I love the movie. It is dear to my heart. And there are a lot of books that I've read and ended up loving because I loved the movie, and I finally got around to reading the book. And I've talked about some of them with you. It's kind of neat. Sometimes it's a very, very different experience, and sometimes it's just an enhanced experience. So you really don't know what you're getting into. Like Planet of the Apes. The book is so much different than the movie. It's a different experience from the 1968 version of the movie that I loved. And then other books like The Exorcist. It's basically exactly the same. Or The Godfather. It's exactly the same. But it's an enhanced experience reading the book after having seen the movie, in some cases, multiple times. But what I want to do right now is just kind of show you some of the interior illustrations. One of the things that makes the Folio Society special, the slipcases, they do that. It's an upgrade in quality typically from trade editions. It's not something that you would compare to some of the higher end limited edition small press publishers. But there's pictures all over this book. I'm not going to be able to show them all to you. But it is quality. You get sewn bindings. You typically get sturdy construction. Oftentimes it'll be paper or some kind of type of cloth covering on them. But they make the books look good. And so having books on the shelf that look good, I like it. I like to have the good looking books. And to me, the Folio Society, they've been hit or miss. They've made some ugly, silly looking books in my opinion. But I've gotten some that really look great. If you're going to compare just looks-wise, Folio Society, in some cases, the best looking versions of books that I own in some cases are the Folio Society versions. So that's another selling point. They do often make good looking books. So it's a higher quality than trades in many cases, trade editions. You get slipcases, which is an upgrade. You get illustrations, which is definitely a significant upgrade over a trade edition. And then also you get books that oftentimes look better themselves on the shelf or when you take it off the shelf than trade editions often do. So I'm a fan of the Folio Society. I love the Folio Society for what it is. I'm not going to go out there and argue that the books on my folio shelf are better than the books on a Suntup shelf or an SST publication shelf or Levidian or what have you. I'm not going to make that argument. I will say that for what they are, I like the Folio Society. When they publish a book that I like, I typically put it on the list of books that I want, and I try to get them. And then in some cases, they are books that I must have. And this was just one. The very moment I saw that they had Mary Poppins on their website, ready for order, I bought it. I got a coupon email. Then I just went to their site to see, is there something I want to buy? I think it was $25 off. Is there something I want to buy? As soon as I opened it up and saw they got Mary Poppins, put that code in, make that purchase, get the package coming. And here it is. And I'm glad to have it. Really glad to have it. And like I said, it's been a little while now since I've placed an order from the Folio Society. But when I do, I'm always excited to see it, to get it in the mail, to see what it looks like. It's always happy for me. And some of the Folio Society books, I just love to get them out and look at them. And I think that's ultimately the true attraction for me to what they make, is that a lot of times they make good looking books. And to me, that's a niche that they fill. They publish a lot of them. So they publish a lot of books. There's a good chance that they're going to publish some that I want. And when they do, and they're very good looking, it's exciting. I like to be able to add good looking stuff to my collection. And I don't go and buy all the Folio books. No way. But I buy the Folio books of books that I want if they look good. That's pretty much how I do it. There are some books out there that I really like. Folio's version looks dumb to me, so I didn't buy it. So that's how I do it. However you do it is cool too. In fact, if you want to talk about it, let me know. How do you do Folio? Anyway, I can think of no more lies to tell. Told enough. Thank you for your time. I do truly appreciate it. And say la vie, baby. Doo-doo.